Hello, this is a screencast walkthrough of the ION for iPad settings and setup and configuration screen. So you navigate to this screen through the iPad settings icon on the home screen. You then select ION right here. CloudGuard host can be set to either typically the primary one, which is the hardware-based solution, or the software running on x86 solution. The default is the hardware. It is much slower than the x86, so if you prefer the speed of the x86 solution, select that. Be sure to have all this set up before you do the demo. Most of these settings that you're seeing will not be user configurable in a production app. Many of them are for debugging and diagnostics. But we will walk through a couple of these settings because they are important. First of all, the default handle value is 0. You use the attached spreadsheet to various emails or the status page on the website to get your correct handle. Everybody has to have a unique handle for peer-to-peer networking to work and not to step on each other, as well as for CloudGuard reasons. The simulator gets 0 because since that's what I test mostly in, that's the easiest value, and since it's a default, so you'll want to change that to whatever your handle is. Your user can be Benzene, Tace, J. Mason, T. Barris, Ken, those typical ones. Benzene and Ken have specific permissions. The rest of us are either lumped into engineering or marketing. Also note that any of these settings are not location dependent. You can reach any CloudGuard from any location, cellular or Wi-Fi. However, your CloudGuard host, I will note this up here again, if you're using SecMan to demonstrate the security management capabilities, you'll want to use the right SecMan depending on which one of these hosts you choose. So finally, we have developer test mode. Typically that will be off for a demo. That's exactly how we want to demo it. Developer test mode enables a few additional icons. I will turn this off for the next lesson so that it looks just like the demo. You don't need to do anything typically with the storage guard configuration unless you want to minimize network bandwidth. You can turn display image thumbnails off. Makes it a little faster. You can enable or disable P2P. Typically you're just going to leave that enabled because, as we'll see in the actual app, you have to turn P2P on every time you want to share anyway. The mediator is typically going to be either ESG or MSG depending on what I tell you to do. Right now it's ESG. The rest of the configuration changes typically don't have to be messed with. So that concludes the settings. Once you've done with that, you can go to your home screen and we'll begin the next lesson in another screencast.